June 6th, 1944, is more than just a date. It's a symbol of courage, sacrifice, and the relentless fight for freedom. Known as D-Day, this monumental event marked the beginning of the liberation of Western Europe from Nazi occupation. But what truly transpired on that fateful day? In this video, we will delve deep into the real story of D-Day, exploring the buildup, the landings, the heroism, and the profound legacy of this pivotal moment in history. After World War I, Germany faced harsh penalties under the Treaty of Versailles, leading to economic turmoil and political instability. Adolf Hitler capitalized on this discontent, promoting a vision of national rejuvenation and expansion. By the late 1930s, Germany had rearmed and pursued aggressive territorial ambitions, annexing Austria and demanding the Sudetenland from Czechoslovakia. The failure of appeasement by European powers emboldened Hitler. The invasion of Poland in 1939 triggered World War II, resulting in rapid German victories across Europe and the establishment of a brutal occupation regime in countries like France, Belgium, and the Netherlands. General Dwight D. Eisenhower was appointed as the supreme commander of Allied forces in Europe. His leadership was crucial in coordinating the diverse military forces of the Allies. British Prime Minister Winston Churchill and U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt played vital roles in forging alliances and providing the necessary political support for the invasion. Coordinating land, air, and sea forces required unprecedented levels of planning. The logistics of transporting troops and equipment across the English Channel posed significant challenges. The need to deceive the Germans about the invasion location led to Operation Fortitude, which involved creating fake armies and misleading communications to divert German attention from Normandy. Troops underwent rigorous training and specialized skills required for the invasion, including beach landings, urban combat, and airborne operations. Mock invasions were conducted on the beaches of England to prepare soldiers for the realities they would face on D-Day. Over 5,000 ships, including landing craft and support vessels, were assembled for the invasion. The sheer scale of the operation was unprecedented. The Allies amassed vast quantities of supplies, including ammunition, food, and medical equipment, to support the troops once they landed. As the sun set on June 5th, soldiers found themselves in a mix of fear and determination. Many wrote letters to loved ones, unsure if they would survive the coming assault. Some soldiers shared stories and jokes to maintain morale, while others chose to reflect quietly on the gravity of the mission ahead. The 82nd and 101st Airborne Divisions were tasked with parachuting behind enemy lines to secure key objectives and disrupt German defenses. Many paratroopers faced challenges during their jumps, landing far from their intended drop zones due to poor weather conditions and enemy fire. In the early hours of June 6th, briefings emphasized the importance of the mission. Leaders reminded troops of their objectives and the need for cohesion and bravery. As they prepared to embark, the soldiers took a moment to reflect on their camaraderie, knowing they were part of something larger than themselves. Starting at 5:30 a.m., Allied ships unleashed a fierce barrage on German fortifications along the coast. Battleships, cruisers, and destroyers targeted machine gun nests, bunkers, and artillery positions. The sound of cannon fire echoed across the waters, a prelude to the chaos that would soon unfold on the beaches. Despite the bombardment, many German positions remained intact. The element of surprise was compromised, and troops faced a formidable defense upon landing. British and Canadian forces faced their own challenges. At Gold Beach, the British troops pushed inland, capturing key objectives, while the Canadians at Juno Beach faced fierce resistance, but eventually advanced significantly. The coordination among Allied forces was critical, with communication and unity of effort becoming paramount as they moved inland. By the end of D-Day, approximately 4,414 Allied soldiers had died, with thousands more wounded. The cost of victory was steep, and the impact of these losses resonated throughout the ranks. Personal stories, like that of Private First Class George W. Smith, who survived Omaha Beach, only to recount his harrowing experiences, highlight the human side of war. The story of Corporal Thomas Baker, who fought valiantly to save his comrades during the assault on Omaha Beach, exemplifies the heroism displayed that day. Medics like Private First Class Frank S. Lutz, who risked their lives to save the wounded under fire, became symbols of hope and resilience. The French resistance played a crucial role in gathering intelligence and sabotaging German operations leading up to D-Day. Personal accounts from resistance fighters detail their bravery in the face of danger, providing invaluable support to the Allies. Memorials across Normandy, such as the American Cemetery at Omaha Beach, serve as reminders of the sacrifices made. Each year, thousands visit to pay their respects. Stories from veterans who return to Normandy to honor their fallen comrades emphasize the importance of remembrance in preserving history. The successful landing on D-Day allowed the Allies to begin moving inland, securing vital positions and disrupting German supply lines. The establishment of a secure beachhead was pivotal for the subsequent phases of Operation Overlord. The Battle of Cannes became a significant confrontation in the push to liberate France. Fighting for control of the city was fierce, with high casualties on both sides. The efforts of the Allies in the weeks following D-Day were characterized by intense fighting and strategic maneuvers to outflank German defenses. D-Day marked the beginning of the end for Nazi Germany. The successful invasions shattered their perception of invincibility and prompted internal strife and demoralization among troops. The loss of Normandy forced Germany to fight a two-front war, stretching their resources thin and leading to their eventual defeat. D-Day was not just a military success. It was a strategic triumph that laid the groundwork for the liberation of Europe. The operation demonstrated the effectiveness of Allied cooperation and the importance of logistics in modern warfare. Every June 6th, memorial events are held at various sites in Normandy. Veterans share their experiences, ensuring that the legacy of D-Day endures. The establishment of educational programs and documentaries helps keep the memory alive for future generations. Personal reflections from veterans provide insight into how D-Day shaped their lives and the lasting effects of their experiences. The stories of those who fought highlight the human cost of war and the enduring spirit of camaraderie. D-Day stands as a testament to the bravery and sacrifice of those who fought for freedom. The operation was not only a military victory, but a symbol of hope for a world plagued by tyranny. We invite you to reflect on the lessons of D-Day, the importance of unity, courage, and the fight for freedom. Support veterans and their families, and participate in events that honor their sacrifices. Together, we can ensure that the legacy of those who fought on D-Day is never forgotten. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of D-Day. If you found this video enlightening, please like, share, and subscribe for more engaging stories from history. Together, we can honor those who fought valiantly for our freedom and ensure that their sacrifices are never forgotten. Until next time.